Now coming up on 6:30 on WKYT this morning, new developments in the Center Point saga in downtown Lexington. Why the city is backing off its demands that big hole be filled.
A Central Kentucky man accused in a deadly crash has entered a guilty plea.
And a man behind a pig is pushing the Michigan porker right into politics.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
It's Friday. Good morning and welcome in. Good to have you on WKYT. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith with this weather. We're wondering, is it May or is it July?
Right.
It's so hot and muggy.
The calendar says one thing, the weather might say another. Meteorologist Micah Harris on duty in our First Alert Weather Center. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, it's kind of on the verge. I mean, when you are 15 degrees above average, some places 16, 17 degrees, you can call it hot if you want to. It's all about perspective. And some of us, it's not even warm to some of us. Live sky camera, there's your shot. It's a beautiful start to the morning. Clouds out and about with a nice little sunrise. 61 degrees now in Lexington. We're in the 50s. Down south, 55 now. In Somerset and also Mount Victory, Daniel Boone National Forest. Beautiful down there. Great feel. Head in toward the afternoon. It's a sticky day, 86 degrees. There is a slight chance of rain, but it's going to be much like what you saw yesterday and the day before. Most do say dry, but if you get one of those over you, it's pretty heavy downpours. Get in towards your weekend, Mother's Day, all that. With that weather, it's a little bit different there for Mother's Day, and I'll explain that coming up in a few minutes.
Micah, thank you. Here's the latest from WKYT News. A new twist now in the Center Point project this morning. Another developer is showing interest in getting involved.
And because of that, the city says it will back off its demand that Dudley Webb fill in that giant hole in downtown Lexington. So a lot of us wondering, where does the project go from here? Hillary Thornton is live downtown with maybe an answer to that.
Good morning. That's right. The giant hole behind me was the source of those heated exchanges in recent weeks between the developer and city. However, the city is now delaying their action after their demand for restoration of the site with that possible compromise in the works. Late last night, city officials released a statement saying that an interested private development partner has asked for some time to explore whether or not the project in the heart of downtown Lexington is right for them. City leaders say while the third party has not made a firm decision, officials do have confidence in the group's financial ability to develop a project of this magnitude. In order to give the group, which has asked to remain unnamed for now, adequate time to explore the project, the city is delaying action that would require the developers to either restore the site or provide $4.4 million to fill and restore that downtown block. Now, in their statement, city leaders acknowledge that their patience is wearing thin, but also that everyone agrees this is an important development for the community. Officials say that potential third-party partner will make a decision within 30 days. City leaders also say that last night's statement is the last for both the city and the developer until that decision is made. Live in Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
All right, thanks, Hillary. This morning, police say they are close to catching two men who beat up and robbed a pizza delivery driver. The robbery happened in Bardstown. A witness says he was one of the first to help the bloodied and bruised, as he described it, driver. The victim says two men pointed out the delivery address, then attacked him when he came back to his car. The men knocked out several of his teeth.
They just chose to basically be very animalistic about their robbery and assault, injure the victim.
The victim said he was so shaken by that attack, he quit that night.
Well, today, 6 family members who died in a Wayne County crash will be laid to rest. Police say Tina Proctor, her children Audrey and Nate, and her 3 grandchildren, 4-year-old Red, 2-year-old Zoe, and 1-year-old Jace, all died last week in that crash near Monticello. There will be one service for all 6 victims. Visitation is this morning at 11 at Hicks Vaughn Funeral Home in Monticello, and that's to be followed by the funerals.
A Madison County man accused of running over his girlfriend's brother and killing him pleaded guilty in the case. The Richmond Register reports Jeremy Rice pleaded guilty yesterday to charges of manslaughter, manufacturing meth, and receiving stolen property. Rice had been charged with murder in the death of Josh Childers. Police say Childers had been trying to break up an argument between his sister and Rice when Rice ran over him. The prosecution recommended he spend 30 years in prison.
6:34 the time now on WKYT, and disturbing allegations this morning against a 60-year-old Lexington man. He's accused of having child pornography on his computer, and police say it was an observant worker who helped lead them to the suspect. WKYT's Mark Barber is live in downtown Lexington with more on how police were able to make the arrest. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. Police say that a technician found that child pornography on 60-year-old Larry Blanken's computer after he dropped it off at a repair store. That led officers to search his home, which is where police say they found even more child pornography. According to an arrest warrant, the computer repair store alerted police on April 3rd that they found the child pornography on a customer's computer. Officers tell us that the disturbing discovery was made by the technician who was working on the computer. An arrest warrant states that the technician found multiple images and a document that was sexual in nature. The warrant describes that document as a narrative that appears to relate to having sex with a 10-year-old girl. Police tell us that when they went through Larry Blanken's computer, they found 4 files containing matter portraying a sexual performance by a minor. We've learned from court papers that investigators also obtained a search warrant to search Blanken's house on Larkin Road on April 7th. Once inside, the warrant says officers found even more child pornography. Blanken is being held on a $20,000 bond on 4 counts of possessing matter portraying a sexual performance by a minor. He will be arraigned later today. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you. WKYT now tracking a breaking news alert in Lexington. Part of Heartland Parkway is shut down this morning because of an injury crash there. Don referred to it a few minutes ago. A Toyota Highlander headed toward Tates Creek Road crashed into a tree. Police say an elderly man was driving and was the only one in the SUV. You're looking live at the scene right now. Firefighters had to cut 2 doors off of the SUV to get him out. He's been rushed to the hospital but is believed to have non-life-threatening injuries. Heartland Parkway is closed right now between Heartland Woods Way there and Kennesaw.
Well, a well-known Laurel County attorney is suspected of taking his own life. The Laurel County Sheriff says Warren Scoville called him yesterday morning and said he planned to harm himself. Scoville was later found behind the old Bullock lumber building with a gunshot wound to the head. He died at the hospital. Scoville's friends say he will be missed.
I was shocked, totally saddened. And I've been saddened all day. And my heart has not been in any of the work I've done today.
Well, Scoville defended high-profile clients, including former state lawmaker Steve Nunn and socialite Leona Helmsley. He was 75 years old.
The woman accusing Kentucky gubernatorial candidate James Comer of abuse is now challenging him to a lie detector. The Courier-Journal reports Marilyn Thomas told the newspaper to ask Comer if he would consent to sitting in a room with her and taking a polygraph test. When asked about that challenge, Comer told the Herald Leader that he would do so if requested by a grand jury. He has denied all abuse accusations Thomas made about their college relationship. Comer is also threatened to sue her and the Courier-Journal, which first reported her claims. Newly filed court documents give more details about a bourbon theft ring in central Kentucky. The Herald Leader says the Franklin County Sheriff's Office suspected the accused ringleader, Gilbert Kurtzinger, of stealing bourbon years ago. Police say they found bourbon barrels at his home earlier this year. They say more than $100,000 worth of bourbon was stolen from the Wild Turkey and Buffalo Trace distilleries. 9 people are charged in the case. 2 have already pleaded guilty. The documents also claim there was lax security at Buffalo Trace, including hinges that could be taken off of a locked gate to gain access to Pappy Van Winkle bourbon.
A Central Kentucky woman is accused of stealing thousands of dollars from a government agency. State police say Madison County CSEP finance officer Tamara Phelps stole more than $33,000. Troopers say Phelps forged the director's signature on 60 purchase orders and several reimbursement sheets. She used the money for electronics, vehicle work, and home goods.
As long as I've been at the post here, I don't recall us ever working a case of this nature involving any kind of governmental agency.
We're told Phelps worked for Madison County for a long time. She did not want to talk to us from jail. A Central Kentucky teenager is accused of shooting his grandmother. State police say 19-year-old Jordan Payne shot 59-year-old Dorothy Gregory in the arm on Ida Grace Road in Estill County. Police later arrested Payne at his home in Madison County. He's charged with assault and wanton endangerment. Police say his grandmother was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
Now 6:39 on WKYT this morning. The Fayette County School Board will meet today to talk about redistricting. A committee submitted its final recommendations last month. It takes into consideration the opening of 3 new schools. Today the board will discuss the proposal. They do not expect to make any final actions or decisions today. The Kentucky Board of Education statewide has chosen a firm to search for the state's next education commissioner. A board chose Florida-based Greenwood Asher and Associates, who bid $80,000 to conduct the search. The board is putting together a draft list of characteristics it's seeking in the next commissioner. It will present that to the public for input. Commissioner Terry Holliday is retiring at the end of August. He has served in the position since 2009. Well, here's an update on campaign 2015. Giggles the Pig is making a run for mayor in one of Michigan's largest cities.
I like that name, Giggles the Pig. In May, Flint, Michigan announced that a clerical error caused all mayoral candidates to miss the petition deadline, meaning there is a possibility that not a single candidate's name will appear on the ballot this fall. That leaves it up to the write-in candidates. Now a man pushing a pig, or behind a pig, is pushing for the porker to fill the position. Say that 5 times fast.
Well, like the sign there, the pig for
Tongue
progress, it
twister.
looks like. All right.
Very cute pig there, Giggles. He's got my vote. All right.
Okay.
Let's check to see what is happening out on the roads this morning.
Go out to Officer Dodd and check out live drive traffic and that situation this morning with the accident. Good morning.
Good morning. 4,000 block of Heartland Parkway. That's where police are right now in the process of cleaning up an injury collision. I think I'll be able to take you and show you what's happening there. They're waiting on, I guess, a wrecker to get in and get that car out of the way. The wrecker's on the scene now. That's the 4,000 block of Heartland Parkway. For now, Heartland Parkway is closed, but it should be open here shortly as soon as they get it loaded up and moved out of the way. Rest of the city on the circle, we look good. Our Waze map showing normal traffic flow even through the milling and paving project right now on Man o' War. You can see a little bit of a backup on the circle. It looks like approaching Nicholasville Road. Heavy traffic on the exit ramp, and there's a stalled car inbound Versailles just before the circle. That's reportedly over to the right. Now back to you in the studio.
All right, of course, we hope the gentleman recovers quickly from his injuries. Apparently, again, non-life-threatening. That was the good news. It is 6:41 on WKYT on this Friday morning with more news coming up.
I hope your day's off to a great start. One crazed music fan took the lyrics to Maroon 5's current hit a little too seriously. It's landed him in some hot water and in jail. We'll tell you why.
And it looks good out in the capital city. It's warm, it's humid, and it's going to stay that way all the way throughout your weekend. The only difference is Mother's Day, and I'll explain what you can expect on that day coming up.